Jordan Addison misses the team's walkthrough this past weekend in London, comes back and catches the game winning touchdown. The question that needs to be asked is as great of a receiver as Jordan Addison is or has the potential to be, can you trust him? How is he hurting the team? We'll talk about it on the UP. You see, this Jordan Addison thing, man, it really gets to me because I think every coach faces these type of players, man. I've had players like this in my past, coaching players, and these players require a lot of attention. They are high maintenance. Jordan Addison is high maintenance, man. He's a high maintenance product of the Minnesota Vikings. And so you've got to be careful what you do when you have players that don't put the team first. And that is where Jordan Addison is as a player. Like, I don't know whether it's immaturity. I don't know whether it's care factor. I don't know whether he likes the people that he works with or respects the people that he works with. I just know that when it comes to that team, he puts them on the back burner and he continuously puts KOC and his staff in just awkward situations. I mean, think about this. His first two indiscretions, one coming a year and a half ago, falling asleep on a highway ramp in California. Again, the actions before that didn't put team first. He is a starting wide receiver in the NFL, and he has a team that is relying on him. So whatever decision making went into that incident to make that incident occur, it's like team's not first. You look at his driving incident when he's driving 100 miles an hour or whatever it was, post one of his teammates dying in a car accident, there was never any forethought from Jordan Addison in terms of saying, this is a sensitive subject right now. I just lost a teammate. So this is the one thing that I shouldn't be doing right now is going 100 miles an hour in my vehicle. And then you get to the point where everything ends up at London. And you have a team that's just coming off a loss. You're just coming back off a suspension. And yet you make the decision to not attend walkthrough or to be late for walkthrough. I don't know. I just think you put it on the back burner because reports are coming out that people wouldn't even know where he was. Like, can you imagine the level of being incognito that you have to go through to be Jordan Addison in London? If these reports are accurate, where you've got the whole coaching staff, you've got the front office, you've got your boys on the team, you got your casual teammates on the team, where everybody is wondering, where is J.A.? Where is Jordan Addison? And nobody can find you. You're not answering your phone. You're not answering your coach's phone calls, your position coaches, your teammates. Where's J.A.? Where's J.A.? You're not picking up the phone. And it just never occurs to players like this that he's just coming off a suspension. Now, all this stuff hurts the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Addison doesn't even realize the gravity of what he's done, even by missing the first 3 games. I know he looks at it as, well, it's just 3 games. But because of your unavailability, think about this. It hurt J.J. McCarthy's development. You saw the chemistry that J.J. and Jordan Addison had during training camp. You saw the chemistry during the preseason game that J.J. McCarthy played. Everybody's saying, what if J.J. had Jordan Addison for the game? So that's one instance where you hurt the team. Could we have performed better with you on the field not being suspended? I think we probably would have. But again, you put the team on the back burner. You put the front office in a pickle because now they have to go out and give up access to bring up a guy like Adam Thielen to bring him back in the fold, which I don't think it was a bad move at the time, but you kind of forced the Minnesota Vikings' hand. I mean, think about that. If we had Jordan Addison in the fold, do we make the move for Adam Thielen? Do we give up some assets for Adam Thielen? That never happened. So that's another way that you are affecting the football team. Hear what I'm saying, UP Nation, Purple Gang, Skull Nation. Like, this isn't about just total X's and O's. This is about his behaviors, Jordan Addison, and how it creates a domino effect on this football team. These are crucial things because at some point in time, he and his representation is going to come to the table and they're going to want money. And I guarantee that it's not going to come cheap. It's going to be a top dollar request from Jordan Addison and his people. And I just don't know if you pay him, man. I don't know if you pay Jordan Addison. Like, I know where I stand with it, but I'm just giving you how it's just his domino effect. So now you think that there always has to be a plan B for Jordan Addison. Kevin O'Connell is not going to tell you that. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is not going to tell you that. But in the back of their minds, every day they wake up, every second, every minute, every hour, every week that you go into, you have to prepare because he has shown a propensity to put the team on the back burner. You always have to have a plan B ready to go with Jordan Addison. Think about this, man. Think about the pickle. You guys have seen the locker room stuff with the Minnesota Vikings. Every time they win, the Minnesota Vikings will post Kevin O'Connell's post-game speech. You know, he's walking back and forth in the locker room, rah-rah, highlighting the highlights during the game, sending the positive vibes to his player. And what does he do after that? He hands out a game ball. Do you know the Minnesota Vikings won against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday? I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to view the Minnesota Vikings locker room post-game celebration and talk. Usually those things are about 5 to 6 minutes or whatever. This one was about a minute and a half. They showed KOC give his post-game talk, and usually what comes after that, they highlight a couple of players, and what do? They hand out the game ball. That was completely cut out by the Minnesota Vikings. Why? Because it creates an awkward situation. Do you give Jordan Addison a game ball when he caught the winning touchdown? Or do you not because he was late for walkthrough? See, this is all culture-killing stuff. It's all culture-killing stuff. You think the young guys that are rookies on this team, the Ty Feltons, they're new to the table now. They're looking to see how the Minnesota Vikings are going to handle this, how KOC is going to handle this. See, this whole thing puts the question of his authority in question because everybody's watching. It's going to be a microscope. Don't believe that the young players aren't still trying to get the lay of the land to see what KOC is going to tolerate and what KOC is not. And I think KOC did the right thing by benching Jordan Addison. I don't understand how they come up with the quarter or 2 quarters or whatever it is. Because there's that thing in the back of your mind, man, we got to win this game. We need a dub. We just lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so you need all hands on deck. But when you have an unreliable all hands on deck, man, you have to balance win with culture and how it affects the team. Just by him missing that walkthrough, you change. Look at all the changes. You change everything. They can't even do their normal post-game video, feel-good video, whatever you want to call it, that they normally put out because Jordan Addison made everything awkward and he missed walkthrough. It is absolutely ridiculous. Jordan Addison, great talent, but he shows you time and time again. This doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't make him a person that you don't want to be around. Hell, Jordan Addison may mature today for the rest of his career. But you can only deal with the resume and you can only deal with the body of work. And what he has shown you is not that he is a bad teammate. because I'm sure he's a great guy. I don't know Jordan Addison personally. And so I'm not going to let his behaviors make me cast on him what type of person I think he is. I just need more information. But here's what I know Jordan Addison does, and I know who he is. He is a member of the Minnesota Vikings football team that never puts his team first in these situations. I'm sure stuff is going to come out, man, but how do you miss team walkthrough? Like, why are you off by yourself? This is supposed to be a business trip. This is supposed to be 2 weeks where you can bond with your teammates. Why are you alone? Why are you alone, man? Like, why aren't you with the wide receiver group? You got to have some friends on the team, Jets. Like, where are you going? What is such a priority, especially coming off a suspension and coming off a loss that makes you isolate yourself from the team so much so that you miss walkthrough? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. If the Minnesota Vikings, and they will be faced with this, there is going to come a day where contract negotiations are on the forefront from Jordan Addison. And I know there are, a lot of faction of Minnesota Vikings fans. There's probably 3 Jordan Addison type Viking fans. There's the Jordan Addison fans that after his first mistake, they don't like it. I would even say 4. They don't like him. They don't forgive him from that. They wanted him off the team since that incident. Okay. I talk to him all the time. Then you have the Jordan Addison fans that didn't like the pick at the time. They thought we needed something else. So they never really liked him in the first place in terms of being on the Minnesota Vikings football team. Then you have the pro Jordan Addison that looks at the talent and basically signs off on he can do whatever he wants as long as he's catching touchdowns. And then you have the category that I fall in, that I love the talent. I think he's a good player, maybe a great person, but I can't let his talent kill the culture and override this football team and have it continuously affect this football team. See, it's not the person in the locker room, it's the person that's away from the locker room that I am questioning right now. Whenever he has a sliver of responsibility, whenever he's away from the team, he doesn't seem to make the best decisions. I mean, how do you turn your phone off when you're over there with the team? You would think that any cell number that comes from the Minnesota Vikings, wherever you are, you put what you're doing down and you pick up the phone. Hell, they're paying you millions of dollars. And you're going to want the bag. You're going to want the bag when your contract negotiations come up. See, if I'm the Minnesota Vikings, I can't deal with lack of trust. I'm like a bank, man. Your credit better be good. If you want me to invest in you, your credit better be good. And in these departments, Jordan Addison's credit just isn't very good right now. It just isn't very good. So how am I going to give you, because he's going to be asking close to what Justin Jefferson got. He's going to be asking for the back to you. And really, my philosophy is, why would you put all that money in the wide receiver room in the first place? And now you got question marks. Now we have to decide how good your credit is. Man, he puts the Minnesota Vikings in a pickle. I would not invest the money in Jordan Addison. I would ride this thing out, for the next year and see what he does this year. But as soon as I can put a deal together for Jordan Addison, man, I am trading Jordan Addison. And the only reason, and it hurts my heart, because I would love to see him paired with Justin Jefferson for years to come. But I think when you invest money in an individual that never puts the team first, I shouldn't say never, never's a strong word, but it seems to me there's these instances where he does not put the team first. Like, there's nothing inside his head saying, man, these people are investing a lot of money in me. They're giving me a chance to be a star in the NFL. I'm going to do right by them. There doesn't seem to be None of that. And that's what scares me. Even fresh off a suspension, UP Nation, Purple Gang, Skull Nation, fresh off a suspension. You would think coming back off a suspension, he would be on his P's and Q's. Like, I ain't messing anything up. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be 5 minutes early to everything, and I'm going to be the guy that's staying late. I'm going to be the model citizen because I have messed up again. Well, when I have sat across from KOC and I said, man, these situations aren't going to happen again. And it's continuing to happen again. Jordan Addison, man, it's tough. He continues to put the Vikings in a pickle and make things awkward. And what we see when the curtain is pulled back, what we see, man, it's not the half of it. When stuff like this happens, there is so much more of a domino effect. There are guys in that locker room, I guarantee you, that are pissed at it. There are guys in that locker room that play his position that are grinding their asses off. He comes back, suspended 1 quarter, catches the winning touchdown, where there are guys that are grinding on that team to get that opportunity. Stuff like this affects the team. The team's not going to show you. KOC's not going to show you. Kwesi's not going to show you. But you better believe that other than the suspension hurting the Minnesota Vikings in the first half of that game, him not being able to play, I guarantee you there are some upset people in that locker room. And that can infest the locker room in so many different ways. And there's nothing, as long as it continues to happen, and as long as he's a member of this football team, KOC can police it all he wants, but he can't be everywhere every time. And so Jordan Addison has a lot of maturing to do, and there's got to be some tough love in that locker room for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not investing money in Jordan Addison, as good as he is. I don't know what the route is. I don't know what the trade is out there. I just know that I don't want that going forward. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, Purple Gang, UP Nation, Skull Nation, we will see you when we see you. I don't know if I'm paying Jordan Addison.